Hi, Kristen.
Surprise! Hi,
What
everybody.
are
Hey,
you doing
Sarah.
here?
I couldn't resist.
Oh, is that what it is? Really, about 10 minutes ago, I went to my desk to grab my supplies for the video where I keep everything. And I realized nobody ever gave me a Make-A-Wish design kit. Which has never happened in the history of design kits. I always get one, but because the beads came in late and the
Hmm,
packaging went together at the last minute, I didn't receive one right away at the beginning. And then
yeah.
nobody, I mean, I didn't think of it, I didn't notice, but nobody in the office noticed either. So I was like, wait a minute, I have no kit to open.
And thankfully, I don't get every kit. So thankfully, I did get this one. And I said, well, I have it here. I'm not quite camera ready. I wasn't really expecting to hop on 5 minutes ago.
So I enlisted poor Kristen, who's been doing graphic design work all day, getting all the new products up and launched, and in between Christmas and New Year's when everything's already sort of crazy and we're working short hours. And here she is to save the
Here I
day.
am, saving the day.
Oh, I'm so glad
Oh,
you're here. Then I sat down and I realized my headphones are not charging anymore. So they're not working and my phone is not charged. So I had a double whammy. I can't even use my hand cam if I wanted to.
oh my
I'm a mess.
gosh. It's just the way it is. Everything is crazy this week. It's kind of like, everyone feels like, what day is it? What's happening?
No.
Christmas and the holidays are over and New Year's is just around the corner. And yeah, it's been, there must be something going on today. I had to go get passport applications in for my kids this morning,
Mm,
and it's raining like crazy here. And I, being a true Arizonan, don't like to drive in the rain. So it was like a
no.
harried trip to Tempe. And I get there, and one of my kids forgot his ID. So I had
Oh.
to drive all the way home and get his
Hmm.
ID and then drive all the way back. And then I forgot my ID.
Are you going out of country?
My kids are going on a cruise with their grandmother.
Oh.
So I had to do it
Oh.
for them. But luckily, I thought they needed my ID because one of my kids is 16, but I guess he's considered an adult. So they didn't end up needing it.
Mm.
But I left mine in my scanner at home because I made a copy of it before we left. And so I was like, oh my gosh, if I have to drive home and drive back again.
Oh my
But
gosh.
luckily, I only had to drive twice. So it's just been kind of a weird day.
It is. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, it went out in the newsletter today. I think maybe it posted into the Facebook group, but our good friend and coworker, James Browning, is having his last day today. So he will be moving on to a different position here in Northern California with the Solano County, and we are going to miss him dearly. And so we have that going on too, which is adding to the Christmas chaos because we have to make sure we have all of our bases covered. And obviously, we didn't even have them covered from last month. So,
Right. Yes. Everyone that knows James, he's a very integral part of our small little business. And so he is going to be so very
yeah,
much missed, but we're all very excited for him and his new adventure.
exactly. Yeah. So, we're hanging in there. I hope you are too. I know a lot of people out there are not feeling well. I know some of you have been through snowstorms or been through airport, madness. So we're just going to take this next hour to hopefully refresh, take a deep breath, and just relax. I get to relax now, especially because I don't even have to make anything. All of the pressure is being put on poor Kristen, who
I
usually
know.
on the
I don't
fly.
design on the fly.
You know, there's something in here that I know you're gonna love using though. Do you remember
I
that
do
one
remember.
thing
I do
that we put
remember.
in
And
here that's like really, really special?
that is going to
So
be my
just
jumping off point.
yes, just so you know, the sales of the Make-A-Wish design kit are helping us to donate to the Make-A-Wish Foundation through today. So if you buy this kit through today, 10% of your sale will go to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So if you haven't gotten one yet, or you want to purchase one for a New Year gift for a friend or family member, you know, it would be wonderful to help us make a really nice big donation to such a wonderful cause.
Yeah.
So definitely think about that, and we'll go to Kristen and open it up, Kristen, and then I might
All
share
right.
my screen and show some of the new things that we have as
Yeah,
well.
that's a great idea.
Okay, so I'll go to you first. You open it up, and I'll
Okay.
work on the share my screen thing over here.
Yeah, it is double kit day, you guys. I mean, in a way, it's kind of triple because I'm opening up Make-A-Wish kit. We still have some of these left. And like Sara said, if you get it in, if you get your order in by tonight, then you'll be able to be a part of our donation that we're going to make for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. We also have our newest kit that just launched, our new monthly kit, which is called Chocolate Kiss. That is now available at softluxcompany.com. And we're doing a very special Galentine's Bead Around the World event with our friends over at Jesse James Beads. So that launched today too. So be sure to check us out at softluxcompany.com so you can see all of the new goodies. We have a bunch of beads we put up that match Make-A-Wish, and some things that coordinate with Chocolate Kiss. And so there's so many new things happening over there.
I know. We're going into the new year with some gusto. We have a lot of things planned that are going to be really, really fun. So I hope you'll be joining us. It's a good time to bead in the winter when everything's kind of cold, and for us, it's rainy. For you, it might be snowy. So it's a good time to be indoors with friends online having fun. What you got there, Kristen?
So this is our design kit, and when you get a design kit, you'll get a little insert like this, and it'll tell you the things above this little dotted line here are all items that you can find at softluxcompany.com, and then the things below are things that we gathered just exclusively for this kit. Let me fix that weird light. Okay. So just a little hint when you're looking at that. So you could see some things you can purchase from us, and some things are just only gathered for the actual kit that we're putting together. Oh my gosh. Ooh, these are some pretty colors.
This is a really pretty kit. I'm kind of sad I didn't.
Oh, you have some of, well, do you have some of these new beads though? You can work with these.
That's what I was going to use, but then I couldn't use my camera.
That's what you were saying. Yes.
Yeah.
Let me bring my light down a little bit and show you. Look at this beautiful blue color.
Those are so pretty in person. They're coming up really dark on your screen.
Yeah,
and they are dark blue, but they are, you can definitely see more blue in them in person.
Right. Yeah, they're very much like a lapis color in person.
Mm-hmm.
Really pretty. I love that shape. And then we've got these beautiful AB flowers.
Those are so pretty.
And these are all check glass strands. Oh my gosh. These adorable little puffy stars. So cute.
And these 3 strands, we have just a few extra that we added on the website today. But I do think if you don't have the kit, buy the kit so we can donate to Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, for sure. And this is a yummy strand that I don't think we have on mine. got a gorgeous blues that are popping on there of this like smoky strand. Oh, look at these fun daggers. Those are awesome. Robin just opened her kit and she's loving it. So we always have our world famous Softflex crimp tubes, 2x2 millimeter crimp tubes here in the kit. I think there's about 20 that we put in there, and those are sterling silver. They work great with our magical crimping pliers. You'll get some ear wires. There's 2 pairs and a lobster clasp. And this was our extra special item this time.
And this was extra special. It cost quite a bit, so it made our margins on this kit pretty slim. But
yeah, this was
we had to have it. It just felt right.
And we had to have, it's got this gorgeous little fairy on the front. This is by Green Girl Studios. And on the back, it says 1,000 wishes. I just adore it. And yeah, we were looking at a few other components that would have been a little bit better bang for our buck, but we just fell in love with this one and said, you know, we're just going to stick this in here, and it's going to be an extra special piece for those of you that get
probably
the kit.
like a $12 piece retail.
It is. It is $12. Yeah. So, I mean, that's like a good portion of the kit price right there. And then you get all of this other goodies.
It was too perfect. I was like, I must do it. It just, it's too much. I can't let it go.
It was your... Sometimes that happens. Sometimes something is just such a perfect match that you guys really luck out. Dark blue lapis color in the medium 0.019 Softflex is the wire that came with this kit. You get a 10-foot spool of this beauty. I love this color.
Is that your favorite color?
It is. And it did change a little bit. And I think this is the first time I'm seeing it in the new color. And I might actually like it better.
Which is funny because we're going to be getting a new batch again. And who knows what shade it'll come in.
Well, this is, it might be a variety of this. This one is the old color. So it has a little bit more of a teal tone to it. And this one is the new color, which I feel is like a true dark blue. So,
and they really use the same, we use the same calculations to make a color in the nylon, but I think the way that it's heated up and put onto the metal can sort of change the tone a little bit. So sometimes it comes in darker, sometimes it comes in lighter, and we have to make a decision if we can live with it or not. And it was just so pretty. I was like, oh, we'll just live with it. It's kind of a really pretty blue. So
it's really pretty. So either way, I think this color is probably my favorite. It just might vary from time to time. So this is our Make-A-Wish bead mix. And this is the mix that we collaborate with our friends over at Jesse James Beads. And this is really lovely. I am totally adoring these components here.
Those are so cute.
So there are a bead frame.
Right in the center, right? Yeah, it's a bead frame.
So they're a bead frame. So you could go straight down and add a bead or a little bit of beads in the center, or you can just attach something to the top and something to the bottom because there's a hole on each side and use it like kind of a connector. It's really, really pretty. I love that shape. And look at how nice that goes. Like that wasn't something we even discussed with them, but look at how cool that is with that shape, with that other very organic shape of the blue beads. I feel like that matched so nicely. Love when that happens.
I know. It's weird how we're in sync with them on so many things when we do these kits.
Lydia is a fan of the new blue lapis color. Oops, you'll have to get in on this stock before it changes again.
It's in production right now. We make 25,000 feet at a time, and a new run of it is going. So we'll see.
We'll see what happens. We've got this beautiful boho bead, which is in the mix. Stunning. And then these large hole beads are really fun, especially if you like to play with multiple types of materials or use some leather or something thicker. And they've got these super sparkly.
Those would be great on
rondelles.
silver silk.
Yes, on silver silk. That would be perfect. So I'm just going to show you all of these beads come in either sets of 2 or 4 or 6, usually depending on the size.
Yes, Cassandra was in sync with us too, which we love.
It's so great how that happens. I mean, Nilay's been in sync with us for a while, so it's like that always happens.
Nilay's kits for TGBE almost always coordinate with our colors.
Yeah, we have veered this time though, I think, for the next TGBE.
We'll see.
These are different. I don't think we've seen anything like this in the kit before, in the kit mix. Look at how pretty sparkly. So there's some 4 hearts and 2 of the flowers. Brenda says, please keep the new blue. Yeah, I don't think we have, like Sara was saying, it's sort of the same.
It just happens.
It's the same formula as the first time. It's just, there was a difference that just occurred in the process.
Yeah.
So we can't quite predict. See. And these are fun too. These are like a little ceramic bead.
Oh, Gail says the hearts fit inside the frames.
Ooh,
that's kind of fun.
Let's see. Oh, they do.
Oh, that's so pretty. I love that, super Gail.
Cute. So cute. I wonder if the little flowers do too. They're just the right.
Oh, Allison, if I had a penny for every bead my daughters lose under the couch. And they would love these hearts and flowers. And yes. Especially that big fairy pendant. That I might have to get one for each of them of that because I know they would love it.
Right? How did you miss this kit?
I don't know.
These are really, look at how fun these are. There's 4 of them and they are
they 5-strand connectors?
Uh-huh. Ooh. 5-strand connectors. There's some really interesting stuff in here. And there's 4 of those. I'm so surprised.
Wow.
I don't know, Sara.
I know. Well, once you get everything unloaded here, I'll give you a second to think about what you're going to make. And I'll show them the new kits, okay?
Sounds good.
So Kristen doesn't normally design on the fly like I do. She usually likes to plan ahead. And since I only gave her 5 minutes to even set up her camera,
I was like, oh my gosh, it's a good, luckily I'm not in my pajamas anymore because I had to go out today, but usually I'm still in my PJs. I did show up on
at Softflex Company.
Remember I did show up on one of my party? Yes, I showed up on one of my Monday videos in my pajamas too one time. I just was like, it just was a day that things were just going awry. I don't know, do any of you guys remember when I was like, it's loungewear.
Oh my gosh.
Kristen doesn't
know. How many of you out there are wearing your PJs right now?
Right? Good question. I sometimes wear like my PJs all day and then change into new PJs at night.
I bet there's some other folks out there doing that as well.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Okay, so you start looking. I'm going to share my screen. Let me find the right tab here. And here we go. So this is our website, softluxcompany.com. Kristen's going to be just sorting her beads in the background, deciding what she's going to make on the fly. And so in the meantime, I wanted to give you a little overview of what we did today. We were supposed to have a live sale yesterday, also went awry. When it rains in Sonoma, they start closing down the streets. I actually could only get to the office yesterday through a side street, and I don't even know that I was supposed to be going through there. Things just flood really badly in Sonoma, and we were expecting 2 inches of rain yesterday, which I don't think we got. It wasn't as bad as it was expected to be, thankfully. But we rescheduled till next Tuesday. Hopefully it's not raining next Tuesday now too. We'll see. But we'll keep you posted. If everything goes as scheduled, it will be at 12 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday, January 3rd. So here's what we added today that I wanted to take a look at. Our next monthly kit is Chocolate Kiss. It's beautiful. It's got a lot of beautiful chocolate browns and kind of pink tourmalines and reds all intermixed together. It's got some really special surprises in it too that I know you guys are going to love. So this is the kit that will be revealed on the last Wednesday of January. And I did get this kit, so I have it in my hand now. So I know I'll have it for kit reveal day in a few weeks. It also has a bead strand that complements. The bead strand is not in the kit. You buy it separately. We added a few things from the Make-A-Wish kit on the site today. You can kind of see them there at the bottom, the bead strands and the bead mix. But we still have kits left. And I do encourage you to buy a kit, as 10% of that kit sale will go to the Make-A-Wish Foundation if you buy your kit today. So it also makes a great gift. As you saw, it's beautiful. Even beginners can use these kits. So it's a really nice way for us to help out our overall community, as well as encouraging all of you to be beading. So the last thing I wanted to show you before we go back to Kristen is this Galentine's Day event. We've never done anything like this. We've done jewelry making parties with Jesse James Beads before, but this is a 5-hour solid streaming event. It's going to have 5 designers in one day. It happens on February 10th, which is a Friday. It's starting at 1 p.m. Pacific, going to 6 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, going to 9 p.m. Eastern. I want you to take a look at who we're going to have on that day. We're going to start out with Jem Hawks, who is well known for her craft wire designs. She's in the United Kingdom, so she's going to kick us off in her earliest spot. Then we're going to travel to the East Coast with Kay Goss of Stars Beads at 2 p.m. Pacific. Then we're going to head over to Arizona, and we're going to visit with Miss Kristen Fagan, who we have here today as well, at 3 p.m. Pacific, and Brittany Chavers at 4 p.m. Pacific. And then they are going to kick it over to Christy Friesen all the way over in Maui, Hawaii. So we're actually traveling over several time zones to get from one end of the day to the other. So it's a very neat, very special event. Christy Friesen will be doing something with epoxy. I believe it's called Epoxy Sculpt.
Epoxy Sculpt, yeah.
Yeah, it's in our supply kit. So you get what you need to make everything you'll see that day in this kit from us, as well as a kit from Jesse James Beads that will have the majority of the beads. We have some beads in our kit. We have some craft wire, some beading wire, crimps, all the findings, all of the supplies that you need will be found in this kit. We are doing an introductory offer. So until is it January 10th? Yeah, January 10th. Yeah. You can get about $10 off of this kit. And then it goes back to full price, $49.95. So we wanted to give you a little bit of time to get in on it. We know it's hard to think about Valentine's Day when it's not even New Year's yet. Ahead of these things, so it's out kind of early, and we wanted to give you a little bit of little bit of a savings there. So check that out. You can see there's a link down here to get the Jesse James beads kit as well. And it's going to be a really fabulous day. Okay, let's see. How do I go back to normal? Stop sharing. Go to Kristen. Are you ready for this, Miss Kristen?
Well, I'm working on it. I know I'm using this pendant for sure.
Yeah.
Cannot resist. And I think I got something started here.
Okay.
I really
I'm gonna
like
break out my beads just in case my phone gets
good.
fired up enough that I can join you.
I'm just going to do some simple stringing today because, you know, that just seems like right up my alley at the moment.
I think that's always good too, because I feel like there's sometimes beginners who've never beaded before who get these kits. And it's nice to have projects that feel really easy and fun and beautiful, but don't take too much experience.
Right. So I love these little stars, and I think that I'm going to put these in here. I did grab a couple of beads from this fire polish strand, and I also am using these beautiful little ceramic beads. I just love the finish on these. I think they're so yummy.
Oh,
and I haven't eaten any lunch yet. We've been so busy. I didn't even eat lunch yet. So that's why everything feels yummy and delicious right now.
Oh, you're like, this bead looks so tasty.
This one looks so yummy.
Brenda, thank you for reminding me. Yes, the Tucson pre-orders are up until the end of January. $49.95. I will be your personal shopper in Tucson. The more people who order, the more buying power I have, because I'll be able to buy more of every item and get better price breaks and put more things in the items. So let's keep on purchasing those. But I do need all of your orders by the end of January before I actually head to Tucson. So you've got a little bit of time on that.
Oh, I'm so excited to go to Tucson this year. It's been a while. And Sara and I are just gonna, well, Sara will be there mostly. I'm gonna pop in, I think, and we're just gonna be shopping. That's gonna be fun.
I'm so excited. I have lots of meetings planned too, but they're all fun. I mean, they're meetings with friends, and it's gonna be really great. And then my family is going, so I get to introduce my family to Tucson in a way that they've never seen it. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Let me show. I know everything does look yummy, right? When you're hungry. Let me show what I've got going on here. So I started with these little white beads. I added that fire polish. I love this little 3-pack here to give some boldness to the front. And then I think I'm just going to start doing these stars and the fire polish kind of up the back from here on out.
That pendant is a Green Girl Studios pendant that you can find in our Make-A-Wish design kit, which we have a few left. I didn't look to see how many we have left, but I know we had a few on the website.
I forgot to look too.
Softflexcompany.com. We don't even have someone in the background today. No Damien.
No, because that was supposed to be me.
Oh.
And I forgot to tell you that in the throes of all of this happening.
Oh, how funny.
Because Damien moderated last week, and so I said I would do it this week because Thomas is off.
Oh.
So I don't know. If Damien's still around, he might hop on though. If you want to message him. I don't know if you can.
Let's see.
I totally forgot to say something when we first started. I was going to mention it, and then I got all distracted.
I'll see if he's still here.
I'm telling you, the week between Christmas and New Year's is just like, what's happening?
I know. It's insane. I think we should just shut down next year.
Right?
Well, if only.
If only. I know. Where was I saw that your family was going on a little field trip today, Sarah. Where were they headed?
Yeah. Well, we ordered tickets from our local soccer team to go watch them, and part of the ticket package was to pick up a signed soccer ball from the team, and so they were going to do that. And then they were going to Fairyland, which is like a really adorable little kid theme park in Oakland. So they were
Oh,
pretty excited about it, and they don't go on big outings with their dad that often, so I think that made it even more special. It was very
right.
cute.
That is cute. Fairyland. That sounds perfect. What a great place for today with our little fairy
Oh, yeah.
wish pendant.
Totally. It's actually
Even
the
your
little park that I think inspired Disneyland, but it's a very little kid
oh.
park. Like, it's really made for like toddlers and maybe early
Mm.
elementary. So it's very different, but kind of a similar concept in that it's fairy tales being told everywhere you go.
Oh, that's really sweet. So even your family is in line with the kit theme of the day.
Yes. And if my kids could make a wish, it probably was to go to Fairyland. They love that place.
I think I'm going to stop at 3 maybe here and see what it looks like. I add.
I see someone else is a fan of Fairyland. Isn't it so pretty? It's just such a cute place. It has like an old carousel, and I don't know, it's really special. Oh, I see someone's in love with the Cozy Mountain
Oh,
kit.
I have seen a
Yes.
little love for that kit.
That
Yes.
one's almost sold out, and our event is coming up very soon. 2 weeks now, I think. So if you want to join us for the Great Bead Extravaganza, it moved earlier than it's ever been before to avoid Tucson. So it's the second week of January, and our kit has been out, and I think we're probably like 90%
Ooh,
sold out now.
we have only 8 left as of today.
Oh, only 8 left. So if you want to grab one of those, you should do that now too. We have a great deal going on the website too. It's $10 off an order over $49. So we did a really low discount because it's the new year and we know everybody has spent all their money. So we
Yes.
thought we'd give you $10 if you spend over 49, which is pretty good for us.
Yeah. Ooh, this is coming along really cute, I think. So,
It looks wonderful. Oh, it's so pretty. I can't wait to get one of those pendants.
right? Oh, so pretty. I think I'm going to do what I did here again up here. I'll do a little fire polish and star bead.
I'm gonna have to see if they have extras for the girls.
Oh, of the pendants? Yeah, I didn't see that any were going up online. So I wonder
know.
if we
I
got
don't know.
any
Did you not
extra.
order more? I don't know.
Since that was such like a
Extra special piece.
extra special piece, maybe we didn't. Yeah.
What was I thinking?
Right. You definitely have 2 little Green Girl Studio fans in your
I
kit.
do. Well, there's 3 of
Well,
us.
I was going to say 3. I'm sure Jack doesn't want to be left out.
Right. Oh, true. Yeah. He likes all the things the girls like.
Yeah.
He just likes trucks and things too, which they do as well, you know. It's a
Yeah.
good intermixing of things.
Oh, I could see this being a very like everyday kind of necklace with all the blues and the grays and the silvers. Because I wear a lot of blue jeans, so this will be perfect.
Just add a little sparkle to your day.
Yeah.
I'm playing around with that spacer bead and making, I think, a bracelet. I haven't decided yet.
Which spacer bead? The flowers or?
No, the round one that came in the bead mix.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty. Is that Honey?
Yes.
Walking around.
Bert just got home. Bert just got home from work, so she starts prancing around.
Oh.
I don't even know if she's been outside yet. She's an old lady, so her going up and down the stairs, she doesn't really do it much during the day. So she kind of waits until he gets home, and then she kind of spends her evenings downstairs.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. I love it.
Oh, it's so pretty.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me see if I want to keep beading or stop and just let the wire show.
It's looking pretty sweet.
It is. Let's see. I've only got one. I think I dropped one of these on the floor.
There's a lot of metal mixed into this bead mix. It's really a nice.
Yeah, I agree. I think these are going to be so much fun to play with one of these days. I'm trying to figure out. They might be really neat with these daggers. That could be a pretty cool design to have all of the daggers down here. How many
Those daggers can be so fun for earrings.
Yeah, there's 15 daggers. So you can definitely get away with 5 and 5 if you wanted to try and make like a super
cool earring.
And then I'm totally digging these two together. I think that could be a really fun modern earring too. Or bracelet.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing on my bracelet.
Oh, you are? Ooh.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
With what little beads I have here from the
Oh, Damien joined us. Thank you, Damien. I was like, I'm supposed to moderate today, but now I'm on camera.
I'm not sure what's going on. Sarah's done it to me again.
You know, what was funny is I thought in the back of my head, oh, this would be a fun one for me to join Sarah. So it's the last one of the year.
Oh, funny.
You know. And so
you made it happen.
I had it in my head, but I never said it out loud.
You manifested this.
But somehow, I just wish I gave myself more time, a little more notice.
Right? I wish you gave me more notice too.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is cute. This would be a pretty necklace too. Ooh, I almost want to make it into a necklace now. It's really pretty. All right, let me see if I can put my hand cam on yet.
That'll be fun. See what you're up to over there.
We'll see if I don't blow out your guys' eardrums with this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, never a dull moment in Softflex life.
This was kind of cute to do this too, to do the 3 fire polish and then the little star in between. Ooh. Because it gave it a little more focus, whereas it kind of gets a little lost every other one.
Stars are so cute.
Cute.
I was admiring them this morning, thinking how cute they were. Okay, can you still hear me okay?
I can hear you, yeah.
Is it doubling me up?
No, you're not double. You sound okay.
Oh, well, I don't think I'm in the stream yet. So
Oh,
are we ready for this?
now everybody hold on. Let's see what
Hold your
happens.
ears. Did it work?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Well, there we go. So look at that. That's what I've been working on
Ooh, that looks so lovely.
over here. It's even prettier in person. The blue on these is not coming up great on screen, but
Yeah,
it's
it comes up pretty
very,
dark on yours too. So it's just the way it is. They're definitely a truer blue.
mhm.
They're more like that blue that you have in the center.
Yeah, just hard to, yeah, something about it. Anyway, I made it as a bracelet, but I'm thinking it would make a fabulous necklace, actually. So
Mm-hmm.
I may crimp some more wire on the ends. And you know what would be pretty is like the dark blue and the tanzanite and like a white, maybe braided together. Could
Oh,
be
and
really,
then that's a fun thing to crimp together at the end. That'll make that
yeah. I know
nice
those
little
colors aren't in
extra.
the kit, but I'm gonna let Kristen do a kit only design. And since I am a little more challenged with my materials,
You can change it up. We
I can
switched
change it up
places.
this time. So I think I'll braid up the back end. I'm going to shoot back over to Kristen so you can see her finishing off over there.
Yes, I'm just adding a little crimp to my beads here. So let's slide this down. So to use my magical crimpers, I'm using the 2x2 crimp tubes, sliding one on my beading wire, and then I'm also using like a little extra piece of wire and then pushing that down through as well, because the crimps really need two pieces of wire running through them for the magical crimping pliers to work. I'm also going to make sure that I don't get too tight here. Leave a little bit of space between my beads and my crimp, so it has some movement. And then I'm going to place my crimp right in the center of my magical crimping pliers. There's one notch in there. Oop, it slid away. Just slide that back down. Give it a good squeeze. It's going to pinch all four corners, so it's going to look like a little puffed ravioli, and then turn it 90 degrees. Put it back in that notch and then go around a few times. Now, if you're struggling with it holding, you could even try doing 3 strands running through it. I know that our friend Nile says that he really enjoys 3 strands through that crimp to give it a little extra oomph. He finds it a little easier that way.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but Nilay's finally back. He took a little eating vacation, and I saw
Good for him.
posting some tutorials for his New Year's Eve workshop. So make sure you're checking out the Silver Silk page this week. Looks like a lot of fun.
And the crimp size, Cecilia's asking, it's a 2x2 millimeter crimp tube, and it's the size that you would get in your kit. So 2x2 millimeter sterling silver crimp tube is what I used.
So everything Kristen's got going on over there is in the Make-A-Wish design kit.
If you happen to have any of those ultimate paints, you can have a good time trying to embellish your little fairy, or putting some paint in the background and letting her stay silver. Really, really fun to play with. I'm trying to decide here how long I want this to be and if I want it to go over my head. If I want to go over my head, I don't even have to put a clasp. So since I cut my wire to bead on it, I could have just did my beading right on the spool, and then I wouldn't even have to do anything. But since I did cut my wire, you can just add a crimp to the back and connect it if you want to keep it long and have it go over your head. And what you would do there is you add a crimp on one side, on one wire, and then you feed the other wire back through so that you can make yourself a nice closed loop.
Sue has a question. She wants to know about 4 strands of beading wire.
Oh, if you're using 4 strands, if you're doing the medium diameter, the 0.019, which is what we're using today, you do have to go up your crimp size.
Not always. Sometimes the 2x2 will work, but you may have to go up to the 3x3.
It definitely won't work with copper, but it will probably work with your gold filled or your sterling silver or the black one.
They're just a bit wider in the center.
And just a note, our blackened crimps, if you see we have 4 metal colors online, are actually sterling silver too. So they've just been, they just have that blackened finish on them.
Yeah.
So that's what you do if you just want to connect your wires together in the back and leave it long. I'm going to keep it long for now. And then if I change my mind, I can always cut my wires again and then add on a little lobster clasp.
Yeah, sometimes I'll even add like a little bead or something in the back, like a little embellishment. If you've got
yeah, that's nice.
A little dangle or a little charm.
This the crimp tube with the magical crimping pliers makes a really nice little circular finish, but you can always add a crimp cover on top if you feel you need to, and that could give you a little extra there if your crimp just didn't turn out that great, or if you crimped it with a different pair of pliers and you want to make it look a little more finished. Oh, that was fun.
Welcome, everybody. We've got Kristen today because I never received a kit this month and didn't realize it until the very last minute, because that's just how life's going this week. Oh, look at what Gail has to say, Kristen. You should do this stuff more often.
Oh, thanks, Gail.
The fly design.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like this kit had some really special beads in it that made it a little extra easy for me to design on the fly today.
I always say it's easy to design something pretty when you've got a big pile of pretty beads in front of you. It's like you can't hold on.
The kits come with so many things that coordinate so well together. So that really helps too, is like you don't have to have as much thinking power of what to pull together.
I must have been on Santa's naughty list this year, and I was not given a kit.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's so funny because the beads for that kit came in, I think the day we launched it, and I usually grab my kit the day before, so we just got out of sync, and it never made its way back over to me. So
that, that makes sense, because it just sort of, you have a whole schedule of when you grab stuff and when things come in, and anything goes out of whack.
It's just, Sarah just won't have that. Let me move my camera over just ever so slightly here so we can see better. Okay, so I've been braiding. I took 3 colors of soft flax. Only one of these colors is in the kit, the dark blue. I added the tanzanite and a white quartz, and I am just braiding away to make a back end for this necklace. And then I will try to use a 2x2 crimp with the 1 strand going this direction and the 3 strands going this direction. We'll see if it'll fit. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's so interesting, but the thickness of the wire can change from batch to batch. It can be a little bit thinner or a little bit thicker and still be considered 0.019 inch. Also, the diameter center of the crimp tube can change slightly. So each batch is a little different. You never know exactly what you're going to get. Okay, let me see how long this is. I think I'm definitely getting there. Whenever I braid, I always think of Laura Ingalls Wilder from Little House on the Prairie and
Oh, do you?
her
She always
little
has braids
braids.
in her hair.
We've been reading that series at night, so that could be why it's on my brain too. And the kids like to watch it sometimes in the morning before school, which is so interesting because I don't know, you'd think they would find it dull compared to the fast-paced shows that they watch now, but there's something just so timeless about it.
That's really cute.
It's really sweet. It's very, very sweet. Okay, so I'm braiding, and when I get to the bottom here, we're going to take these 3 strands into a 2x2 crimp tube. If you haven't gotten one of these Make-A-Wish kits, I hope you'll grab one. Please give one as a gift. Maybe get an extra one. Help us make a nice donation to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. They do such good work in making children's lives very special and getting these special moments that lives on with their families forever, you know.
Thomas does our descriptions on our website, and he got all choked up when he was writing.
He read a story like from the website and he put it into the description, I think.
He did.
And he has a little boy and he was like, this is too much.
I was like, oh, Thomas.
Who knew he would turn into such a sappy?
I know. He really
I've
did.
Worked with him since I was like 18 years old, and I just never would have guessed. 25 years later.
Right?
He's such a sweet dad. It's really neat to watch.
So
okay, Melanie, so I think those 3 through. Here's what I'll do if I can't. Let me get a bead stopper on this before I have everything go flying. Here's what I'll do if I can't get it back through because of the braiding. What I will do then is I'll just do 2 crimps right next to each other. So first I'm going to try and see, will it go back in the opposite direction? Is there enough room there? Sometimes I'll take the tip of my magical crimpers and just kind of push just ever so slightly if it's kind of catching. So it's a tight fit. Oh, it's going. There it goes.
Nice.
It's a very tight fit with 4 strands though. And then I'll bring it down. I don't need to be right next to my beads on this one because I have the other side to tighten it up. So I'm just going to give myself some wiggle room there and come in with my magical crimpers. It creates what looks like a little 4-corner ravioli. And then I'm going to spin it on its side and compress again. It's really fun to have you here, Kristen, because Kristen helps me create all of these kits. We come up.
It's a fun part of our job.
We pick the beads together. It's really, really special. So I usually get to be the one who enjoys kit day. And Kristen's in the background. She does her own kit day, later on her show on Mondays. But it's fun to
Wednesdays are just such a wild day.
Yeah. Wild card day.
Melanie was asking about your silver pieces in there and if they came in the kit.
Yeah, they come in the bead mix, in the Make-A-Wish bead mix. So yes in the kit and yes in the bead mix. Aren't they really cool?
Yeah, I think they're so great. Oh my gosh.
They're really good. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and this is going to be a go over your head necklace too, like what Kristen made. So I'm going to take my little bead stopper off. Thank you for your help, bead stopper. And slip my 2x2 millimeter crimp tube. I'm glad I have a backup plan for if my headphones aren't working.
It's just making it work today, huh? It's just that kind of day.
If I just disappear, you'll know it's because my phone died, though.
Like Tim Gunn would say, to make it work.
Make it work. I know. I loved that show.
Zach is saying ravioli and 2 meatballs.
Oh. If I needed to, yeah.
That would have been ravioli and 2 meatballs. I think we have to do something like ravioli time for our next customer appreciation.
Oh, like a shot glass?
Right? That would be funny.
I don't actually ever
time,
you guys. So I mean, it's kind of hilarious in itself. It's more likely would be an espresso cup, if anything.
Right.
Or a wine glass. I do drink a glass of wine here and there.
Oh, tequila is my choice if I had a choice.
Oh, well, let's go for it. Tequila ravioli time.
Tequila ravioli time. I know that's not everybody's favorite.
Design on the fly, though, if I were doing tequila ravioli time. Who knows what would come out of my mouth.
Oh my gosh.
All right, there we go. There's my on the fly. I don't even have the kit necklace.
Yeah, look at you. So I started on another design while you were going.
Oh, cool. Let's see it.
But I didn't quite finish yet. But I was really drawn to these little daggers, of course.
They're really cool.
I'm using the 22 gauge craft wire to add these daggers as little drops. So I veered from the kit because you could do beading wire too, but you would end up using a lot of crimps and doing a lot of crimping. So
instead of coffee and craft wire, should we have tequila and craft wire?
I know. It doesn't have the same letters though. What goes with tequila? Tequila and
Tila time.
Tila time. There we go. Tila beads.
I'd be like, I can't even see the holes anymore. What are we doing?
Yeah, right? They'd be too small. So I'm just adding a little 22 gauge craft wire to my dagger. Made this little loop, and I'm going to do like 1 or 2 spins around depending on what I could get, and then trim that off. Just 1 it looks like, which is fine. Oh, let's not throw the dagger. That's what would happen in tequila and tila time. We would just be throwing beads.
Oh, speaking of coffee and craft wire, I think, is it next week on January 5th? We have a coffee and craft wire coming up because we're doing a spotlight day in the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook group. So look for that. That's always a lot of fun. Kristen and I get together in the morning and we have coffee and we just play with craft wire.
That is a lot of fun. So now I'm going to add this little drop to my little finding here, and then hold the loop so that I could wrap it around a few times. Yeah, we might, maybe that would be good for asymmetrical designs if we were having tequila, and that might really get us out of our.
Maybe that should be our Tucson show.
Oh yes. Oh, this is fun. So you see where I'm going with this. There's just 2 more that I would add on.
So
and
cute.
And then you could add one of these little
clear wires.
And oh no, what happens? You can't get it over the ball.
You gotta go the other way.
You just have to switch it from the back side. Exactly. And then you can tighten that up.
Cute.
And that is going to be a really fun earring.
I see a Monday project for you.
2 more. Yeah, that's a great Monday project. I'll probably do that again. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that, and I'll do something with these, like a 2 earring projects.
Cute. I love it. Well, I tried on my necklace. Look at this. How cute that is.
That looks really good.
It needs like a lighter top, but it's really cute. I love it.
Yeah.
Everything worked out just as it was supposed to.
It did. Let's see. I don't know if I can share what mine looks like.
Oh,
I've got it real long right now. But, you know, I might shorten it. We'll see. I tend to like a nice. I know, I do too, because then you could layer up.
I like to fiddle with it too. When it's longer and it's like right at table length, you can kind of fiddle with the pendant.
Well, plus you can see it, right? If you have it too short, then everyone else gets to see it, but you don't get to see it.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Well, thank you so much, Kristen, for jumping on at the very last minute.
You betcha.
With no warning. I appreciate it so much. And thank you to all of you out there for being patient. These next couple months are going to be definitely tricky because we will be short-handed now that Mr. James is leaving. We are hiring. So if you know anyone that lives in the Sonoma area that is looking for a really fun, creative place to be, send them my way. They probably should live in Sonoma to be a good fit or really close by. It's not the kind of job you would probably commute for. So definitely something close by would be good. And it is a job where you'd have to be in the office. So that's why that's important. But yeah, we're looking for somebody. James is leaving. Yes.
I know. Yeah, you get to play with a lot of beads. You'd be in charge of helping, you know, get them all situated and up. And so,
yeah.
And if you are a beader, it is a great, they do have great employee discount benefits. So it's fun to be able to utilize those if you're a beader.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of, although James is leaving his full-time job with us, he's still planning on possibly coming back and doing some of his craft wire videos. So once he gets settled in his new job, he and I will be talking about that. So in some ways, it'll be wonderful because we'll start to get some more craft wire videos from him, which was just a little too hard for him to do with his current job. So
yeah.
He'll be back.
We miss his craft wire videos. So that would be really, really nice if we get to see him doing some more tutorials in the future.
I know. I agree. So what do we have coming up? Kristen will be here on Monday. I'll be back on Tuesday, hopefully, with a live sale if it's not rained out again. Next Wednesday, I think I'm doing some beading with our Pantone colors. And I think I may also be hanging out with our friends at Jesse James Beads with their magical mystery bead box that also got postponed.
Right. So that might be next Wednesday.
And then next Thursday, we've got Spotlight Day in the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook group. So it's going to be a very busy week next week. Look at Kristen's face.
I'm like, my brain has not been thinking about any of this. So next week I'll be like, what's happening?
This is all news to Kristen. Then we have the Great Bead Extravaganza coming up the week after, which will be a lot of fun. And get your kit. There were only 8 left last time Kristen looked. And then we'll be taking those pre-orders for the Tucson mystery boxes that I will be building when I'm in Tucson. So I don't even know what is going to be in the boxes, but I will try to get you the best value possible. And I'm launching off from the Viva Magenta color of the year, but I will be looking at the whole Pantone color for spring, summer, fall and winter of 2023 to choose colors that I think, and then I'll just be looking for what's new and special and things that I know you'll want to see and use right away in your designs. So you can pre-order that now. It's $49.95 plus $8 shipping. And if you order anything with it, those things will ship first. And then that box will probably ship after Valentine's Day. So toward the third week of February, we'll be shipping them.
Melanie is requesting lots of silver in that magenta box. Silver's always a fan favorite.
Yes, I'll see what I can do. I have some things in mind already that I know are launching in Tucson that are silver.
I'm glad Sara is much more organized at something like this, because I would totally be like, squirrel, what's over there? That looks great. That looks good.
This would be very hard for you to do, for sure.
Oh my gosh. No, I can't. I'm terrible at decision making.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even order lunch yet. Decision making is not my strong suit. So I would be like, oh my gosh, what do I do?
Well, Kristen will be there at least one day to help me out, but I will be making the overall decisions because it would be.
I have a feeling I'll be getting some FaceTimes.
Probably. I do like to bounce things off of you and see what your immediate reaction is, but not wait for you to give me an answer of yes or no.
No, I can't be the final decision. I'm much better in the process.
Well, it's going to be fun. It'll be a challenge for me, and then hopefully a challenge for you when you get the box and get to use all the different pieces and parts that I've gotten to put in them. So definitely, if you want one, get your order in. I want to get as many of them ordered as possible, so I have really good buying power when I'm there, and I can get all of us a really good deal. So that's that. And then we've got Galentine's coming up right before Valentine's Day, and that kit launched today, and that's going to be really amazing because we're going to go from the United Kingdom all the way to Hawaii in one evening with lots of different kinds of projects. We're going to have a craft wire guru all the way to somebody who does polymer clay and just amazing sculpting. So it's going to be just such an interesting day with lots of different kinds of designers. So we have a lot to look forward to in the new year. So if you had a rough Christmas for whatever reason, you were stuck in an airport, one of your loved ones was stuck in an airport and didn't make it home, or you didn't get your suit. I've seen all these poor people didn't get their suitcases, can't figure out where their things are, have medications in their suitcases that they can't get. I mean, it's just endless.
It's bad. It's been bad.
So many people are sick too. Like lots of people at Softflex have been sick this Christmas. So
we're just going to swish all that behind us, and we're going to go bead into the new year and have a good time.
We are. Yes. So let's have fun this new year and get together online. And then we don't have to worry about airports or getting sick or any of that nonsense. Will each designer have their own kit? No, what we have is two kits, one from Softflex and one from Jesse James Beads. So Jesse James Beads will have bead strands and bead mixes that are specific to the event. We will have all the right supplies. So the craft wire that Gem Hawks is going to use, the epoxy sculpt that Christy Friesen's going to use, beading wire. We have a few beads in our kit as well that some of the designers are going to use, like some beautiful cuboid crystals from Kay at Stars Beads, who is one of our designers. So you get the two kits, and that's everything you need for all 5 designers. And usually each designer ends up making more than one design. I noticed that the last few parties that we've had, usually there's like a bracelet and earrings or a necklace and earrings, and then you have beads left over too. So it's not just 5 designs. It's really closer to 10 plus beads left over.
Yeah,
very
like
much
our
like
trick
a
or treat.
Yeah, but one day, one solid stream And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're really excited. And I get to host it. I'm the hostess with the mostest this time. So that's going to be fun too. Okay. Well,
sending
everybody,
you all lots of love.
Deborah,
And
we're thinking of you.
oh,
We're going to pray for you tonight and send you the best
water,
energy
no
possible. You need water and heat. Oh, it's awful. Well, sending all of you lots of love and
Lots
light.
of love.
Happy New Year, and hang in there. Things are bound to get better.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with help from your good friend like Kristen.
Yes. That's all you need. You need someone to be able to just swoop in and
lean on each other.
Exactly. That's
Find
what makes the world
everything
go
we
round.
talked about today at softluxcompany.com, and we'll see you again next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.